For this math lesson, we're going to be completing number sentences to make them equations. This is a number sentence, this is a number sentence, and this is a number sentence. Number sentences are written from left to right, just like sentences are. Usually a number sentence uses a lowercase number, or a lowercase letter, rather. The most common one is just a lowercase n. But sometimes if you're trying to find out the number of dogs, you might use a lowercase d. Or if you're trying to find the number of rocks, you might use a lowercase r. They could even use a smiley face, or they could use a flat line blank instead of this kind of blank, or a star, or whatever. But it's called a variable. It stands for the unknown. This is the unknown. This is the unknown. This one has two variables. It has two unknowns. So what we need to do is figure out what the unknown is to make it an equation. Okay, an equation is balanced on both sides of the equal sign. So on this side we have 3 times 4, that equals 12. Okay, those of you that know your facts, you know right away, well, this has to be 4. They're just flip-flopping the factors. Okay, so we know that that's 12. 12 equals 12. So what we filled in for our variable, we completed the number sentence to make it an equation now. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Well, you can think back to first grade for this one. Okay, you add your two numbers together and you get 16. Okay, of course, if you flip-flop your two numbers that you add together, you still get the same answer. You learned that in first grade, didn't you? Okay, so that means this would have to be 11. 11 plus 5 is still going to be 16, just like 5 plus 11 is 16. So now we're equal. We filled in our variable with 11, so now we have an equation. Both sides are equal. So it went from number sentence to equation. Here we have a number sentence that has two variables, two unknowns, things that are missing. Okay, something plus something must equal 18. Well, we could do 10 plus 8. Okay, now we have 18 equals 18. We could have some other possible answers as well. There are other possibilities. Instead of doing 10 plus 8, could we do 9 plus 9? Does that equal 18? Yes, it does. So we could have 18 equals 18 by using 9 plus 9. Are there any other possibilities? Sure there are. There are definitely other possibilities. Could you do 16 plus 2? Does that equal 18? It does. So that's another possible way that we could complete this number sentence to make it an equation. And it's an equation because 18 equals 18. Both sides of the equal sign are in fact equal, so that makes it equation. Okay, let's do some more turning number sentences into equations. Let's do 12 times 1, okay, equals blank times 3. Okay, so we know everything on this side. We can figure out everything on this side. 12 times 1. That's an easy one. That equals 12. Okay, so we know we need to make this side equal 12. So what do you multiply times 3 that would make it equal 12? 5 times 3? Nope, that's 15. 2 times 3? No, that's 6. How about 4 times 3? Yep. 4 times 3, that does equal 12, doesn't it? So now we've turned our number sentence into an equation. 12 equals 12. It's completely equal. It's balanced. Okay? Let's try another one. Let's try 3 and then have a blank right next to it equals 12. All right. So that's kind of a weird looking thing, but I want you to think back to the previous chapter. Okay? If you have a math problem and there's no sign, I don't see an addition sign, I don't see a subtraction sign, I don't see a multiplication sign, I don't see a division sign, I don't see any operation sign. So if that's the case, then it is always multiply. Anytime you have no sign with two numbers next to each other, that means multiply. Okay? So in other words, 3 times what equals 12? 3 times 1? Nope. 3 times 2? Nope, that's 6. 3 times 3? That's 9. 3 times 4? That's it. Okay, so 3 times 4 equals 12. So 12 equals 12. This is another case of turning a number sentence into an equation. All right, let's go ahead and do one more. 18 minus 9 equals blank times 3. So this one we have all the information we need. We just need to do the second grade basic fact. 18 minus 9, well, we should know that's 9. Okay, so we need this side to equal 9 now. So you're thinking, what do I multiply times 3 to get 9? Well, we just went over that. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay, so now it's perfectly balanced. This side is equal to this side, so therefore we call it an equation. We turn this number sentence into an equation. Okay, now you can do many more examples on your own. If you need to go back and rewatch the video, you can do that as many times as you want. But this is called turning a number sentence into an equation.